I have here my sub lineup for 2019. It has been a while since I did some builds. I know I did the 4 focals in the Prado, but that wasn't my personal build. This is actually all of my personal build. This isn't all of the subs, I've just given you one of each. So what I have for this year, let's start small. This video might go for 5 minutes or so, but I want to show you everything. These are just R-type coaxials, so just speakers. Now I've got 4 of these, that's obviously 2. There'll be 4 going into the Holden Tonner Ute, 2 in each door. So I'm going to be doing like dual mids in each door. No, I didn't want to do splits because it's an old 70s car. I wanted to just keep it in the doors. I didn't want stuff up on the dash. So that's that. Real simple, that's what the Tonner's getting, because the Tonner isn't a stereo car. But, you know, I'm sure 2 sets of R-types will be okay. Anyway, boring, simple, that's that. Next we move on to what I've got here is 2 Morel Ultimos, or Ultimas. Now these things are beasts. Let me see, where's the correct spelling here? Ultimo. These are 10-inch subs, carbon fibre on the cone, like actual carbon fibre on the cone there, which is nice, and on the dust cap, so that's quite nice. These are cast, the grills. Now these are a 5.1-inch voice coil. That blue thing in there is the voice coil. It is gigantic. Like, let's just have a look here at an earthquake, and as you can see, the voice coil in there is tiny. It's about 2.5 inches, which is not tiny, should I say, normally, but when you see a 5.1-inch coil, that is gigantic. Now these are like a really high quality SQ sub, and the 2 of these, actually, what are they made? Oh, Israel. The 2 of these are going to go into the Ford Territory, which is the girlfriend's car. These are rated at 600 RMS each, and I have a 600 RMS, well, sorry, a 1200 RMS amp here. So at 1 ohm, this does 1200 RMS, and it's a nice Audison amp. It's an SR1DK. So there's a 1200 RMS amp to run the 2 of those, and yeah, just a really nice sound quality setup here, and 210s are still going to go quite well. Again, it's no SPL car, but it's going to sound nice. So that's what she's going to get, because she's not really into SPL or anything, but that's what she's getting. Nice subs. Then we're moving on to the Earthquake DBXi, which I've had for probably 6 or 7 years now. It is the only one I have left of the ones that I used to have, but I have got a build plan, just a simple build, just a box I want to build with it, because it's been sitting on a shelf for quite some time. I just want to build something for it, which I can knock that one over in a weekend, so that's easy. Moving on, we have a Kicker L7 just here, which is a 12 as well, so that's a 12, that's a 12, they're both 10s. As you can see, the Kicker is a big 12, being that it's square. That again, once again, it's just a kind of a fun build that I'll probably do, you know, in a week or 2, you know, 2 weekends work type of thing. So that's going to be a build. These are rated at 750 RMS, and I have obviously got power to run these. So what I have here is my Focal FPS 3000, which is 1500 RMS at 1 ohm. I have 2 of these, and I also have a 4-channel that matches. So this amp will comfortably run one of those when I do those little fun builds. Then we're moving on to the more permanent builds. Obviously that's kind of a permanent one for that car. As we move along to a permanent one, I have a JL W710, and it is a monster. That is a 10-inch sub. So if we grab one of these nice Morels, which are also quite nice 10s by all means, they're quite beefy, but is nothing compared to the W7. Now the W7 is to go into the Corona. Just a single 10 setup. This one I haven't got the clamp on it right now, just so I can show you the mounting. So you actually lift up the surround and mount it, you then put it down, and then you clamp on the surround. I don't actually have the amp to run this yet, but it's going to be most likely a decent powered 5-channel. So Focal do a nice powered 5-channel, which will run that and the speakers in the car. So that is for the Corona, and that'll be a nice full-throated band pass. So going back to them, this will probably be a sealed enclosure, maybe ported. That'll be a passive radiator enclosure. That's going to be a ported enclosure. This will be a full-throated band pass. And then we come to the big build, which is the Focal 33KX. which I have 6 of. So it is the pretty woofer of them all. 6 of these. These are going in the Jackaroo, and they'll be running off the 2 FPS 3000s. So as we speak right now, I have started the build in the Jackaroo. So initially I'm going to make amp racks and everything and install those, and then for a bit of fun I'm just going to build a box for those, have a little play for a bit, and then come back to building this. Now this is quite an expensive build. The box alone, there's going to be a lot of perspex and stuff in it, and it's quite expensive, so I am doing this one in parts. So during the meantime, obviously I'm going to do builds for those, builds for these 10s, and a build for this. But this is probably the last one of the year, to be honest, because the Corona can wait. So all the other cars will go. But anyway guys, there's my lineup for 2019. If you've made it through the video, a nice bunch of gear. As I said, most of this is sound quality gear. These are sound quality, as is these, and this amp, and these amps. These are more just traditional subs. Anyway, that is what I've got going for the year. As I said, this isn't everything. There's 6 of them. There's 2 of these. There's more of those speakers, but that is just a rough outline of what I'm doing this year. So anyway guys, subscribe, stay tuned, and we're going to do a big build. And this one, sorry, is a sealed box. I don't think I mentioned that. That's actually a sealed enclosure for 6 of those, but it'll be quite the sealed enclosure.